Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 gameplay cast with me, Thendis32. This is currently a best of five or best of three. I'm still not sure yet between two very good players from the WCA Chinese Qualifier number 3. This is not the finals, this is one of the semifinals, but hey, the game's good, the game's good. So let's introduce these players. Spawning as the red human, we have Yumiko. And his opponent, spawning as the blue night elf with a very quick victory last game, we have Colorful. Night elf versus human on last refuge, and let's get this game going. Colorful going with that more risky ancient war creep over by his merchant camp. If Yumiko scouts this and harasses, Colorful could be under some trouble, and another delayed altar actually coming out of him. So we might see that Beastmaster play come back in. That didn't really work out for him on Echo Isle, so maybe he might try something different like a Dark Ranger. Personally, I love seeing Dark Ranger in Night Elf versus Human. You don't really see it as much as you used to. It used to be quite popular, but we'll have to see. Yumiko, on the other hand, he's going to go Archmage first. First time in the series he hasn't opened up with that Mountain King. So he's going to play more standard as well. The stakes are getting high. It's tied 1-1. And a nice little bonus while we have some time here. For those that don't know, those of you that don't know, this farm can actually use that Goblin Laboratory. Like, Yumiko could scan right now, or he could make zappers just from that farm alone. I'm not too sure if it's a bug or anything, because it's supposed to be over the hill. But that's definitely a weird thing about Last Refuge, and human players use it very well. Other races could actually use it pretty well. Maybe if Orcs built their shop here, possibly, or Night Elves built a Moonwell. I'm not too sure. I would have to test that out myself. I'm not sure if it's a human-only thing. And we do see Colorful opening up with the Dark Ranger first. Very nice. Thendis is now a very happy person. So we'll just have to see how that goes from the Dark Ranger. She's one of those heroes where you gotta get her rolling. She doesn't come out strong. You gotta get her rolling. You gotta creep away a lot of creeps. Get those skeletons built up. You can send the skeletons in to harass away at the human. Like right now, Yumiko doesn't have an Arcane Tower yet. Arcane Tower is definitely a very important thing to have, I would say. Especially versus skeleton minions, as Arcane Towers do extra damage to summoned units. Yumiko creeping out with his militia as his Archmage was off here on a Wisp hunt. And I believe he did get the Wisp with the experience. I don't see the Wisp. Maybe he forced to detonate. And he does pick up Claws of Attack +6 to start his game off. Meanwhile, Colorful continuing to creep away. Dark Ranger is pretty nice to creep with. You got the skeletal minions to tank away. And she works very well with a lot of archers early on.
A player's forces are under
Because right now, Colorful's still not taking up the tier 2. He might go for Talons. He was going to go Talons in game 2, but he beat Yumiko before we could see the Ancients of Wind. Which is pretty nice. Yumiko, on the other hand, it looks like he is expanding. He's got the militia set up. Does Colorful know about this? He has no vision on this at all, so he's definitely going to have to scout that out. Archmage's getting level 2 for Yumiko. And gets another Claws already, plus 12 damage on that Archmage. That's pretty nice. Colorful creeping away still. His Dark Ranger is now at level 2. Closely getting to level 3. Colorful.
The town is under siege.
Still no information. Although, according to this, he sees the tower. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if he actually saw the tower. We'll have to wait and see. He is sending skeletal minions, so maybe he does know about this expansion. He's just gonna creep away. Okay, so maybe he's sending these skeletons to confirm. Either way, he's gonna find out about it. Yumiko creeping away. We'll get level 3 in his Archmage. Those level 2 water elementals are gonna be very nice at defending these pushes that Colorful will be coming in with soon. And what item is that? Scroll of the Beast. It could be nice for the archers though, giving that plus damage when they focus fire towers, but more than likely, I don't know, he's going to keep it. I was going to say he could sell it for 200 gold, but it looks like he's going to keep it. Yumiko only with one Arcane Tower. Is he just now going to start the Town Hall? Yes, he does. Alright, there we go. Meanwhile, for Colorful, we do see Tier 2 on the way, and the counter expansion started, so looks like both these players are preparing for a longer game. Colorful gonna come in. He might have enough DPS to cancel his Town Hall if he attacks it right away, but he's gonna go for the Peasants instead. There's the Roar Scroll. Not hitting all of the archers, but just enough DPS to get the cancel. So he's gonna delay Yumiko's expansion even more. Yumiko would defend on his foeman. That's gonna be pretty nice versus the piercing damage of the archers. But still, there's so many archers with the Roar Scroll. They do extra damage. Like, I mean, look how quickly that water elemental falls. Let's keep in mind Black Arrow also does extra damage. I think it's about +5 damage as if the Dark Ranger had an orb or something. We're gonna see what Yumiko does. He gets more footmen. He's not getting a tower, just any more towers, but he does get a shop, so he is able to buy some regen scrolls and such. But a second cancellation in the Town Hall by Colorful. Very nice. Meanwhile, his expansion's building up. He's keeping Yumiko busy up here, so Yumiko has no way of doing any footman harass on his expansion. And although I'm pretty sure Yumiko... what is happening? Okay, that's a weird bug. Yumiko... No, he has no vision of this. Although he might be so good at Warcraft, he can expect this to happen, as Night Elves usually always get a counter expansion versus human. Is really you have a hard time competing versus human on one base unless you do like a Archer Talent push at Tier 2, which might not be out of the question, although this Hunter's Hall tells me otherwise. Well, he is a Tier 2. I don't really see any tech buildings out of him yet, so we'll have to come back later and see. Yumiko obviously still at Tier 1. He lost a lot of resources getting that Town Hall canceled twice. But it looks like he will finally be able to get it up with a 6 Peasants Power build. Ooh, we do see a Pandaran Brewmaster second out of Colorful. Gives a nice Breath of Fire, hitting all of those Peasants. It is only level 1 though, so it doesn't do massive amounts of damage, but every little bit helps. Yumiko's definitely going to have to get some towers up. It looks like he's backed up in the corner here. The defended footman will be able to shoo away Colorful for now. And what do we see? We do see Ancients of Lore. Alright, one on the way already. And I'm sure a second one will come in when the time comes, and his expansion's now being entangled, along with Wisp getting in the mine, so things are looking pretty good for Qualifer right now. Yumiko's definitely playing a catch-up game here. He's gonna have to buy himself some time. He's gonna have to do some harassment, be aggressive. I would say run his footman in here, see if he can kill any Wisp, but Colorful wisely with no Wisp in his main. He has them all spread out throughout the map, I believe.
Your building is complete.
He's got him pretty good spread around the map with, so that's going to keep Yumiko from getting some damage done. And like I said, Yumiko's got to buy himself some time, and that's exactly what he's coming in to do. Footman coming in, Dark Ranger's staffing in, going to come in for the defense. Yumiko might be able to get a cancel on one of these Ancients of Lore. The other one's up, pumping out Dryads. And yes, it looks like the second Ancient of Lore will be canceled. This will slow down the production of Colorful by quite a bit. Alright, Panda and the rest of the archers coming in. Yumiko running in. And... okay, he does see the expansion, and he is going to do some damage. He is going to try to punish that. He has 49 supply of footmen. His resources are looking pretty good at 600 gold. Doesn't really have much in the way of wood. But enough of that, we do see a fight. 2 water elementals going down. Level 2 on the Panda. Dark Ranger getting level 4. And Yumiko trying to get that tree alive. Another Breath of Fire, but it looks like Colorful will be able to keep his tree alive and force Yumiko to TP out. Yumiko, what do we see from him? We see Tier 2 on the way. We see more towers coming in. And he's just trying to buy himself some time. But Colorful with a very nice hold. This is definitely looking a lot better than it did on Game 1 of Echo Isles. So... let's see what he does. Second Ancient of Lore being rebuilt. And Silence actually being used on the creeps, keeping the Ogre Magi from casting Bloodlust. And a Hellstone being the item. Very nice item. Can be kept on the Dark Ranger, and it works like a Ring of Regen where she gets 2 health per second. Or it can be consumed and work as a greater healing prop. Yumiko coming in again. Looks like he's going to use the Zeppelin to harass. He even got a Shredder. Not sure if he got that from Colorful's laboratory. Nope, no he did not. Colorful has a Shredder of his own. Both players definitely wanting to get their wood up. And Yumiko looks like he's going to continue to be aggressive. maybe go over to Colorful's expansion. I think that might be what he wants to do, but Colorful catches drift to this. He's quickly running over for the
A player's
defense.
forces are under attack.
Not without taking off the creeps with his Dark Ranger, though. That's never good. I don't know. He's gonna run back. Colorful's creeping out his Merc camp, and at the same time, here comes a drop from Yumiko. Very nice work here, canceling what I believe was the shop. So keeping Colorful from being able to buy Staff of Preservations, Clarity Potions, which is definitely a very useful item for the Dark Ranger and Panda. Oh, more footmen being dropped onto this moon well. There is an Ancient of War here to try to take care of them. Yeah, Yumiko's just gonna pick up. Alright, Colorful trying to get his shop up. He definitely wants his items. Tier 3's about to hit, so I'm sure he wants that Orb of Venom later on as well. And of course, anti-magic potions later on in case Mountain King's here. But we do see Tier 2 out of Yumiko. We see the workshop. 1, 2, only 2 Arcane Sanctums, no third one quite yet. Don't believe we saw a second hero. No, he's still on the solo Archmage, but where is Yumiko? I lost sight of him. Okay, here he is. He's down over here. He's continuing to keep a lingering presence with that Zeppelin. Alright, looks like... Ooh. Not sure if Colorful saw that Zeppelin. But yes, shop is up. Clarity Pot's being bought. Like I said, very good item for Dark Ranger. And a Moonstone helping to regen those Moon Wells. Oh, Wisp coming in. Will get dispelled. And Yumiko getting a Mountain King as the second hero. And starting nothing. Still got the same stuff. But he is pumping out his casters, his sorceresses, and his priests. No spellbreakers quite yet. Dropping his Archmage. Is he gonna pick up Invuln Pot? Maybe some heal scrolls? And Boots of Speed. Getting the whole jumble over there. But jumble. Yeah, that's a word, Tempest. Greater healing on the Panda. And Rune Bracers. Very nice item. Makes that Mountain King Stormbolt less effective when used on the Mountain King. As it does have a 33% magic reduction. Which also works on the caster attacks. But they really don't do much damage anyway. Yumiko's just gonna creep away. Will he stay on tier 2? Will he get tier 3 to get the fragmentation shard upgrade? That's a very nice upgrade to have on the mortars. Makes him do even more AoE damage. And a Pandaren Brewmaster Colorful getting level 4. Oh, Dark Ranger coming in with the harassment here. This Colorful does have a nicely placed Sentry Ward here. As you can see, it gets quite a bit of vision. You can see what Yumiko's doing at his expansion. Oops, Staff Teleportation. Looks like Colorful's gonna creep out the red camp. What super duper item will that Ogre Lord drop? That's the question. Let's see what the answer is. Staff Preservation switched off. He's gonna drop an item or something. Colorful, so many archers. Is he actually not going bears? Just Archer Dryad? I feel like towards the late game that's not a good idea. What is this item? Pick it up, please! But we do see a second expansion here, so Colorful looks like he wants to try to go with the 3 bases, and the super duper item is... Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're not gonna find out what it is. Meanwhile, Yumiko continuing to creep. He wants his Mountain King to get the level 3. He needs those stronger Storm Bolts. Mountain King already at level 2. No tier 3 in the way, but we do see more mortars coming in. Yumiko hitting 76 supply versus the 59 at Colorful. And what do the resources look like? Current resources, 2,000 gold for Colorful. Archers and Dryads are pretty cheap units. Archers only cost like 135, Dryads about 160. Yumiko only at 252, but in the meantime, he is in low upkeep. And what do we see upgrade-wise? We see Yumiko's at 1-1 upgrades. Colorful, he has the Archer upgrade that lets him do more damage, and he's also... Oh! What? I'm gonna have to pause this. He got the Hippogriff Rider upgrade. Oh, yes. Looks like Colorful is gonna get some Hippo Riders. Not often we see that. Look at there. Yumiko's seeing this. His really only counter to this is gyrocopters, and immediately he starts them up. He's getting the gyrocopter attack upgrade. You really don't need the armor for gyros, as they're just so weak units. Even with +3 armor upgrade, they just fall down like gravy. But they get the same armor upgrade as Footman.
The town is under siege.
So he already has the upgrade anyway. But yeah, Hippo Riders with Roar. Ooh, if he can mass up a bunch of these, he's gonna have quite a good time at sniping away these casters, as unarmored units do take extra damage from piercing. Here we go, level 4 on the Archmage here. Yumiko's starting to build some towers. He's starting to get his defense going, his fallback point. Breath of Fire coming in from the Panda, and I don't believe Yumiko knows about this third base. No, he does not. And if this third base goes unscouted from Colorful, this might actually win him the game. 3 bases to 2 is a pretty big deal. We do see invisibility on a Mountain King. Bolt over the trees, hits one of the Hippo Riders. Gyro's trying to snipe away, but 4 gyros is not enough. He needs more of a massive gyros. He needs to be pumping them out. Alright, here comes the fight though. Hippo Riders, very nice and focus firing. Does get a cancel on one of the towers. Water Elementals might be able to do a good job at canceling away. Roar's coming in, and Rejuve's coming in as well. Another bolt coming in onto a Hippo Rider. Breath of Fire hitting all these peasants. Heal Scroll going to be used though to heal him right back up. Alright, Colorful continuing to do it. I like how he's using the trees to the advantage of his Hippo Riders. It's very smart. One does go down though. These gyros is chasing away with slow. The gyros are able to attack them away, but here comes a whole flock of them. Alright, more roars coming down. Militia's getting attacked away here, but they just go down so quickly. Colorful with a nice hold here. It's now 75 supply for Yumiko versus 77 of Colorful. Yumiko continuing to try to fortify his position, trying to get those fallback towers going. He loves this strategy, and it's a pretty strong strategy if Colorful doesn't deal with it in time. But like I said, he's running on 3 gold mines now. The main gold mine's still with 2k left in him. I don't know. 3 bases is gonna be tough. Yumiko, he needs to scout this. He has no vision at all. He's just so tunnel vision. He's getting towers up. He's trying to secure this, maybe expander as well to try to even it up. But Colorful wisely hanging back here. He's not gonna let Yumiko creep that camp easy. Alright, here comes the Hippo Riders. Gets a cancel on another tower. How many gyros do we see? 3, 6. It's about 8 gyros. That's a pretty decent amount. I feel like he still needs more though. He's getting the flat cannon upgrade and the fragmentation shard upgrade for the mortars. It's gonna help in the DPS. As for Hippogriff Riders, he has the damage upgrade. But I do not see... Okay, there's the ranged upgrade. Alright, so they get extra damage and extra range, as you can see. They're now 600 range. Alright, Yumiko's still trying to get these towers. Colorful's been doing a good job of canceling them away, and Yumiko, he's playing it safe, he's playing it patient, he's not going to overextend from those towers. And every time one of the players tries to start this creep camp, the other one moves in, but there might be enough damage to snipe the Ogre Lord. Yes, there is, and the item is Cloak of Flames along with a level 5 Panda for that level 3 Breath of Fire. Very nice. Here comes the fight. Gyro's coming in over the trees. Keep in mind, Colorful can dismount these archers, which would turn them back into normal hippogriffs, which would be the anti-air unit and the counter the gyros. But right now he's going to keep them in their hippogriff rider form. He's not going to dismount them just yet, and Colorful picking up more items at the shop. Has this camp finally been crept? No, there's that one lone troll.
player's forces are under attack.
Alright, Colorful looks like he wants to try to attack at another angle. Meanwhile, Yumiko finishing up these creeps and starting to get some towers. He wants to try to secure himself another gold mine. Colorful coming in from behind, gonna get a cancel on these two guard towers. Jaro's trying to come in, attack at these Hippogriff Riders. They're still trying to focus down. Focus fire coming in onto the Panda. There's a lot of action going on all the way around the map. Bear's coming in on target. Gyro's trying to run right into these Hippogriff Riders. Panda using an Invuln Pot. He took a lot of damage here. The Invuln Pot does wear off though. Oop, Thunderclap coming in, slowing down all these bears. Oh, but the Mountain King does go down. That's actually kind of a mistake by Yumiko. He's going to try to fall back to his towers. He had a heal scroll, but he did save. Dragon Ace Breath of Fire coming in. Archmage getting focused down by these Hippogriff Riders. Staff Preservation saving that Panda. Bear's starting to fall though. And I think he could have ran in and killed that Archmage. That Archmage looks so juicy. The Hippogriff Riders want it. They're going in. Can they do it? Is the Priest... Priest heals enough to keep him alive. Colorful changes his targets to the Gyros, but the Breath of Fire seals the deal. And Colorful, 2-1 in this series, takes the victory over Yumiko. If you like this cast, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me play Warcraft 3, follow me on Twitch at Tempest32, and I will catch you guys later.